And I hope
check it out,
that's
fam.
what people are going to understand.
Check it out, fam.
There are some real
They changing the Constitution
and
right in front of your fucking face.
Challenges and the way we answer those challenges.
This is new shit.
Won't have to do, well, there'll be a choice. Do we want to do this based on our own personal desires and our own personal goals and egos, or are we looking for the good of the country? And I know.
Turn on whatever website you need to get on to find out what they doing to the Constitution. We only gonna have one day to overlook whatever it is that they're gonna put out there before they change it. One fucking day.
I hope the people watching.
Listen.
Really do. I pray that the American people are watching this process, which is an outrage. You're talking about amending the Constitution of the United States, and we're told that what's printed on the Rules Committee web page may or may not be what we vote on. But we'll give you something a day in advance that you cannot amend. Amending the Constitution of the United States of America. And it gets even more confusing. My colleague, the ranking member, Mr. Slaughter, pointed out that in the text of the Boehner resolution, I guess it's Dry or Boehner, whatever, he says that there will be vote on a balanced budget amendment after September 30th, 2011, and not later than December 31st, 2011. The House and Senate will vote on a balanced budget. So we're gonna have a balanced budget amendment vote this week. We had one already, and then we'll do another balanced budget amendment vote in between September and December. I mean, it's a sloppy process on a very, very serious issue. And when it comes to amending the Constitution, we need to proceed with great caution. But this is like we're throwing all kinds of paper at everybody. And as you mentioned, the balanced budget amendment that was originally reported out is different from the one that's on the Rules Committee webpage. And again, it makes it more difficult in times of war if we exceed the cap to be able to fund our troops. But somebody made a conscious decision to change the word majority to 3/5. I don't know why, and nobody is here to explain that. I mean, the chairman of the Budget Committee ought to be here, or whoever's responsible for some of this stuff ought to be here. I want to know that in the Boehner proposal, what it means. What it means to real people in this country. I mean, there are draconian cuts. We're talking about bringing federal spending back to a percentage of GDP at 1966 levels. What does that mean? What does that mean? Where are these cuts going to be made? And as you pointed out, Mr. Van Hollen, there's just something wrong when a hedge fund manager pays a lower tax rate than his secretary. And we can't. We're unable to fix that. Somehow that's okay. And it is. People are willing to sacrifice in this country, but it needs to be fair, and all the fairness is gone. This document, this bill that is being brought before the Rules Committee, the Dreyer-Boehner bill, is quite frankly worse than the Ryan budget, and that was pretty bad. And there are serious implications to some of the cutbacks that we're talking about. I want to know how many jobs are going to be lost as a result of these cutbacks. Can anyone know the answer to that? Do you have any guesstimate of if we follow this path, what it would mean in terms of job loss?
I do know that the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Ben Bernanke, testified within the last couple weeks that any significant cut in terms of the investment the federal government makes at this particular moment when the economy is so fragile would lead to job losses. In addition, the Senate for Budget and Policy Priorities has estimated that if you adopt the Republican budget plan, that 700,000 jobs would be lost. The challenge all along has been to do two things at the same time. Number one, make sure that we do nothing in the short term to jeopardize the very fragile recovery. And